All right, you guys. I think by now we're kind of done with all these rioters. We're just done with it, right? Come on, we all had to be done with this at some point. Got to get back to our lives. So, were you guys? I don't know if you guys were rioting. You guys are probably rioting, because I still can't believe the whole situation, though, man. I'm starting to think this is just one big elaborate Diddy freak off. That's what I'm starting to wonder. Is it? Is it just one big Diddy freak off? That's the question we all must ask ourselves. Was Diddy even involved? How involved was the Didster in all this? I'm trying to figure it out. We got, by the way, while we're watching LA riot videos, we have mukbang. You know, this is just another Diddy freak off, is what I've determined. That it's one big elaborate group effort freak off in honor of Diddy. It's what I believe. Now, my beliefs are probably wrong, but oh, does it feel so right? I'm gonna eat this chili and rice. I got chili and rice right now. Feeling good. Oh my god, this is gonna be real good. Oh yeah, that's good. So, as you know, I love chili. I love rice. I'm a combo man. The LA riots have been full of looting. Sure, people have been murdered, unfortunately. There's a lot of bad shit going on. And it needs to stop, but I don't think it's going to stop, unfortunately. And, yeah. Trump is doing everything he can to stop these riots, though, man. He's sending the National Guard, and for the love of God, they might even send the Marines in? I mean, this was really wild stuff. Now, the question we must all ask ourselves, is this still ongoing? Is this still happening? And I think it is. Let me double check. We're going to take a look at some of these LA riots going on. I'm going to put the headphones in real quick. I'm going to be very judgmental about what's happening in LA. And we're going to discuss more of the, this is a Diddy freak off. The LA riots are just one big Diddy. It's Freaknik. This is basically Freaknik, but in LA. This is an LA version of Freaknik. This is what they think it is, at least. So I'm disturbed. I'm saddened by all this, and we'll see what happens. I'm so sad about the Waymos, by the way. Can we just say R.I.P. Waymos? By the way, I figured out I have no idea what a Waymo car was until Tim Smith told me yesterday. So I just want to say thank you guys for... You guys gotta save the Waymos. Save the Waymo cars, please. All right, hold on. Let me All right. Let's Diddy this shit. Now, are these still going on? They finally blocked off everything? Okay, here's an ABC News report. This
I
is
don't really
interesting.
like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
First of all, starting with the fact that authorities are telling, U.S. officials are telling our team at the Pentagon, again, they confirmed 700 Marines. They're coming from 29 Palms in California. They've been ordered to assist in Los Angeles. They think they're going to be here in the next 24 hours. What's your assessment of that?
Damn.
That's a little surprising for me. I didn't see that coming, but we talked about it, but I didn't think it would happen. So it's a little surprising that it has.
I needed to. I think people were seeing some of that footage. They basically destroyed the LA. LA is demolished, by the way. So this isn't, it's insane.
Mr. Heggs has said it, and now they're deploying. Generally speaking, in these type of situations, we just use the National Guard. And I'll tell you, Kana, we've used them time and time again in New York and around the country. They've used them as well. They come in and they stabilize. So if you have government property or government operations going on, they'll stabilize that by standing guard. So that's what I think the Marines will do. That's what the National Guard is doing. I don't think it'll go any further than that. And here's an issue here going forward into the evening. Right now they're in the afternoon there, but going forward in the evening, you have a police chief who said he was overwhelmed. He needs help. Hopefully he's getting that. You also have a federal officers assaulted on Saturday, which really started the ratchet thing, this thing, as well as property. We see something going on. It's not over yet. Hopefully, this will end peaceably, and tonight will be a different story than it was last night, with all the property damage, the back and forth against the police. Two different strategies going forward. But now, with this extra deployment here, I think they're just going to solidify government buildings. Is my guess now.
Which is what we've heard the National Guard troops would do as well, to really protect those federal buildings. But you touched on a couple of things here that
Well, this is wild, man. I mean, from what I can see, these Diddy freak-offs in LA, it looks like a Diddy freak-off, right? It looks like one of those it looks like a freak-off party, man. I just don't know how anybody can see otherwise.
I do want to highlight one. We know at least 5 officers were injured. Another thing that we heard from the police chief as well, though, in Los Angeles, he said that days 2 and 3 in a civil unrest generally tend to turn more violent. So it sounds like that's something that we saw last night. Do you think that moving into day 4 today, we might see a change there, and that it may not get so violent tonight?
No, listen, the chief is, if you don't stem that the first night with significant deployment, you're going to have day 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have to go out there immediately when this happens and kind of stem this violence here. So I don't think it's going to get any better than the last night. Hopefully he has a resource. And it's really important to understand what you're seeing right now. This is just, you have people presently, not yesterday, but presently just protesting in an orderly fashion, no problems.
This is boring. I want to see some raw footage. So this person's in... Oh, shit.
Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police.
Shit, dude.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours.
LA has erupted over the past few days as ICE officials came in and carried out a few raids. The past few days have been wild here on the streets of LA. Cars have been burnt, intersections have been taken over. Local and state officials are not happy with what's going on with the Fed.
I admit, the fact that he's down there with all those loony men, I mean, he might be loony himself. I don't know where this guy stands on, I don't know where this Nick Shirley guy stands with all the LA riots, but it'll be interesting to see some more, some raw footage. Guys are getting it here first from the greatest raw reactor.
Government. The footage you're about to see is absolutely insane. The police are coming through right now. Speak no more and get into the video. Everyone's out here protesting right now. ISIS came through here down in LA. The streets are erupting here. Let's see what's going on. The National Guard has been deployed out here into the streets of LA. Thousands of protesters are here on the streets right now. Right here on this federal building, you have words like F-ICE, revolution starting here for my family. all sorts of stuff. Right here you have the National Guard. They've come through. You have troops, about 300 in different directions. Trump sent in about 2,000 people. There's groups of 300 sent around the city right here. And this one is at the side of the federal building here at one of the ICE detention centers here in LA. What's your message to the National Guard here today?
The National Guard.
And why do you think they got sent out here today?
They got sent because we don't have a president that can lead.
And what fears you most about Donald Trump and the ICE raids coming through here in Los Angeles?
I don't fear that motherfucker. Have you seen our community? I don't fear that motherfucker.
Okay, your community, by the way, dude, your community sucks in LA because of Gavin fucking Newsom. First off, LA sucks because of people who live in Los Angeles, and that's everybody. Most people from Los Angeles are delusional fuckheads. Of course your community's fucked. You're ran by a bunch of idiots. It's the blind leading the blind. Let's keep going.
Donald Trump, homeboy on a motherfucking real that piece of shit.
What's the water for?
Diffuse tear gas. If you need it.
Yep.
All of these losers probably voted for Joe Biden. And they probably voted for Kamala. These are the people. This is why Joe Biden got elected. It's because of these freaking loony bin people. These crazy people, right? That's why DT got elected, baby. So how do you guys think this is going to end? Because I think it's going to... It's interesting how it's even all happening, you know? Well, let's keep going.
Yeah, if you throw a canister in one of these, it should diffuse it enough, or at least stop the chemical reaction.
What makes you want to come out here with the Honduras flag out here?
I mean, these are my roots right here, you know? This is where my family came from. I'm a first gen.
A lot of people wonder on social media, why are people coming out here with other nationalities' flags? If they don't like America, why don't they go back to
I love America and what it represents. You know, the idea of America to our people is a better future and an opportunity to have a job and...
Okay, if it's a better future, then why are you... He's not even wearing an American flag. What is that flag? If you love America so much and you live in America, why don't you just rep the American flag? Idiot. Fucking moron. This is peak. We're living in peak clown world, people. Peak clown world. Like the video? Let me put that in pin message real quick. Make sure you guys like the video though, and subscribe if you can. We really appreciate any likes, subscribes, any of that stuff. We're always trying to grow here on YouTube. It helps us dearly on the algorithm. So the more subscribers, the more likes, the better. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit today, so I want to apologize, but this is good shit, you guys. We're ready to roll. Watching these, it's like it's a Diddy freak off down in LA. It's literally a Diddy freak off down there, and nobody wants to see that. That's the way I look at it, at least. Do you guys think it's a Diddy freak off down in LA? All right, so the poll that we have going on is, are the LA riots just another Diddy freak-off? We got one vote that says no, just looters and rioters. Okay, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can get more people voting on this poll. The more people we have voting on the poll, the better. Oh shit, we have the first ever member of the Michael Garza show. We have Michael Donaldson for 3. What's going on, G-Dog? It's nice to see you back on the show, back in the chat. I will not like this video unless I really like the video, Garza. Okay, that's a fair point. I just love forcing people to like my videos for no reason, because it confuses the algorithm. Why would anybody like this video? I've been confusing the algorithm since YouTube's inception, man. I've been fucking confusing the shit out of that, man. But here we go. We're watching this Diddy freak-off down in LA. Let me do something real quick. My vehicle approaches stealth. Put the pedal to the metal and I'm off. I never get lost. Put the pedal to the metal and I'm on it. One thing's for sure, keep my foot on the floor. All right, Michael Donaldson, who I'm very certain is a Diddy freak-off aficionado. Just kidding. We all assume that my boy Mr. Donaldson is down in LA right now with the rioters, basically showing his tits. No, just kidding. Michael Donaldson says, "What up, Buttercup? I gave you thank you, brother. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it big time. Thank you. He is by the way, guys, Michael Donaldson is the very first official member of this cult. I mean, show, not a cult. Just kidding. It seems like I talk like a cult leader, which is why it's funny. I would be one of the worst cult leaders of all time. I would just abandon my followers at some point. But I won't do that to you guys on YouTube, I swear. Michael Donaldson says, I'm at work, slacker. Yeah, I finally went back to work today, by the way. I'm not going to say that I made amends with my boss, but I've set the ground rules, you know. If I get fired, I get fired. I did a good job today. My stats have been great. So if they fire me, I mean, I'll dispute it. But chances of me getting fired are pretty slim at this point. I mean, I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I'm not going to get too arrogant about it. They just haven't been very nice to me, especially considering that I've been meeting the average handle time, but I won't go into it. I don't know. They just piss me off too much. But yeah, Mr. Donaldson's at work at the moment. We got one vote. Are the LA riots just another Diddy freak-off? The answer is no, just looters and rioters. Okay. We'll see. I think it's a Diddy freak-off, though, if we're going to be honest. This is a Diddy freak-off 101, man. Diddy. Give me that Diddy. Oh. I don't know. Do you guys think Diddy's behind all this? I think he is. I think it was the Didster, man. Let's watch. Actually, let's just look up LA riots in general. Actually, let's look at some of the short. I think the short videos might give us some more insight. Okay, that's too freaking cute, man. That is too cute. It's like a little bunny or something, dude. How do I sort this by shorts? So this is what looks... Oh my god, what's going on here? So cars burned during LA riots. Yeah, they're telling. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is wild, you guys. I don't know what to think anymore, man. It's like one big Diddy freak off, man. I was gonna tell you guys, Nally's chili is the greatest chili of all time. It's all Newsome, yep. Gavin Newsom is such a tool. You know who Gavin Newsom reminds me of? Like, he fucking reminds me of Patrick Bateman. Like, he kind of has that sound. I mean, I've got a Patrick Bateman voice, for the love of God. But I feel like he's trying to live out the movie American Psycho. That's my opinion. And that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, with everything that's going
Moving
on.
them on through the heart of LA. You just shot the.
You okay?
Reporter got shot.
Burnt police cars, thrashed protesters, and tear gas in the air. I thought this only happened in the.
Interesting. No lectures, world silent as LA burns. Well, I think people expected this to happen. At some point. It's funny that the world is silent, by the way, on this. I think a lot of the world thinks of LA as a crazy town full of crazy, delusional, disillusioned people. They're like, good, let LA burn. That's what I think most people are thinking.
What crime has Governor Newsom committed?
A crime has he committed?
Yeah, to warrant his arrest, as you had
I
suggested
think his
earlier.
primary crime is running for governor because he's done such a bad job.
What crime has Governor Newsom committed?
That's funny.
What crime has he committed?
Yeah.
Most people have no idea.
Alex?
Before we go to break, don't go anywhere. 50-point playoff games. I just happened.
I'm going to watch some.
What if I came into your video
Asmon Gould reaction?
Pre-sold clients who all signed a monthly retainer to work with you. What would that do for your?
Don't care.
Oh God!
What are you all cheering about? What is going on? This is insane. Like, this is peak clown world. This is, people are always wondering, like, why did Trump win the popular vote? This is why Trump won the popular vote. All of this. Crazy anarchy. Crazy people in LA. Just wanting to fuck shit up. It's really just an excuse to go loot and vandalize, to be honest, but the media has been calling it a protest. No, it's not. At this point, it's a illegal riot full of people just vandalizing shit like fucking tools.
Oh, Jesus.
Check out Savati. What is Savati? Hold on. Savati. Yeah, let's take a look.
The FBI Friday when crowds gathered around federal law enforcement officers carrying out immigration raids in that area. And today, right now, we're seeing police using tear gas and flashbangs to clear the crowds.
Fighting until we reconstruct amnesty for all immigrants. Demand some. What's going to change this, guys?
Fight for all Angela.
God, these guys are all tools.
In on the riots and blame them on, get this, President Trump, accusing him of tearing families apart.
That's so ridiculous, man. You know, the only people who tear families apart is a lot of the, I call it the leftist doctrine. It tears families apart. It promotes single motherhood. It encourages it, if anything. I don't know. I think the left has really ruined a lot of shit, and it just ruined the minds of the youth as well. You know, with stupid ideas like socialism and communism. They're just terrible ideas, and they don't work in reality. But these people are just, all they do, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're just lazy. Just watch, don't jump through. It's funny.
I also want to bring in now CNN senior national security.
All right, I'll watch
analyst
through.
Julia
I'll watch
Kayyem. Julia, if you're with me, you just heard Julia there describing the scene, but from the images that we've been putting on our air so far, what stands out to you at the moment?
So there's unrest. Let's start with there's protest, lawful protest, which is allowed in this country. There is some unrest.
There is some unrest.
Let's just take a look.
They're just fucking throwing, dude.
Unravel here in Paramount right now. We're bringing you.
This is insane. This is, dude. I'm gonna say it. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. This is just an excuse for angry Democrats to throw shit at vehicles, to vandalize things, to strike fear in the heart of those who oppose them. Well, guess what? The only thing I fear are the charges that would be brought upon me if I saw one of you skinny neck motherfucker pussies. Yeah. I'm a bulldozer, man. I honestly can't stand these pussy ass Democrats. I really can't. All these fucking rioters. This is why I don't vote Democrat. People always wonder. My dad and his stupid fucking friends are like, Mike, why don't you vote Democrat? Do you not care? It's like, yeah, I do care. That's why I don't vote Democrat. It's precisely it. I do care. I don't vote for the party that invented the KKK. I don't vote for the party that's uncomfortable around minorities, so they create stupid, weird rules. And also, this party, by the way, Democrats are trying to bring back segregation, for God's sakes. It's insane. It's the party of the Karen. I don't like the Democratic Party. I'm friends with plenty of people who vote Democrat. I am friends with, I don't hate them for their political affiliations. They probably hate me for my affiliations, but I don't even vote Republican, to be honest. I'm pretty much an independent voter, and I will vote the opposite if I have to, if I think one party is more deadly than the other. And I think the left has become too freaking insane. Let's keep going.
Live pictures. This is Josh Haskell with ABC 7 Eyewitness News of protesters literally trying to stop this bus with their own hands.
This is unbelievable. I mean, hold on. Why do I say unbelievable? This is believable because most people in LA are fucking stupid. They're trying to stop a bus with all their hands. Are you kidding me? I think the bus should have just ran him over, if I'm going to be honest. I don't, that sounds terrible to say, but I think it's just, there's levels of stupidity going on here that I just, you know what? Just let him burn it all down. Just let him burn LA down. Let it happen. I'm not a fan of it happening, but you know what? Screw these people. Screw the people of LA. They're too stupid.
There is some unrest.
is a brand new news truck that we just got. Looks like the tires were slashed. They busted into the windows. We'll see. Our personal bags were in the car. They stole all the stuff that was inside.
Like I said, it's just another excuse to fucking loot. It's just another excuse to loot. That's all it is. I'm on the side. You know whose side I'm on right now? ICE. I'm okay with that. I can live with that decision. Because LA is too crazy. Let them loot. Keep looting. This is insane. Go Donald Trump, man.
There are some things here. Looks like they took cinder blocks through the window.
I say that's the California way.
That's pretty good. And that is the California way, because you're all a bunch of fucking vandals and a bunch of... You're probably all on acid. You're probably all hyped up on fucking fentanyl anyway. Especially you, mister. Oh, I bet I know what you're on. Yeah, I know what you're on. I swear to God, Gavin Newsom is basically the modern day Patrick Bateman. Without a fucking doubt, dude. I'm Patrick Bateman. I'm 25 years old. Like, he even, I don't know. Newsom is just that kind of, I thought I was like Patrick Bateman, but it turns out like my boy Gavin Newsom beat me to the punch.
Welcome to hell!
And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Yeah, the Chris Homo at the end was pretty good. Oh man. Oh, Nowotny got my boy Tectone. Huh. What do you know? Now let's take a look at this before we watch this. Hold on, I'm gonna get a little more chili and rice because I'm a hungry boy. Check out my laptop real quick. All right. Let's watch more of this freak off footage.
Confirmed, he's activated 700 Marines to take back the streets of LA immediately. We have an obligation to defend federal law enforcement officers, even if Gavin Newsom will not.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
There it is.
Dude, what a stud,
Sending
dude.
a message to the Trump administration that
That
their
guy's a
immigration
stud.
policy is bad. The absolute last thing that you should be doing is violence, because all
True.
that does is feed into the narrative. You need the National Guard and you need all this lawlessness, and that's something they don't think is true. So the way to disprove that is to show that there is law and order in the streets.
President Trump is deploying another 2,000 National Guard troops to LA.
If you're not planning to invoke that Insurrection Act, you still plan to send troops?
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart.
Discipline nonviolent resistance. Violent protests are counterproductive. And then Hassan says, you were literally there at the nonviolent protests that everybody considered violent. So now he's against Bernie Sanders.
Completely blocked the federal building. This
It was
might
like
be
hundreds of
easier
years
because
ago,
there's somebody
too.
over here selling. For how much are the flags going for?
They're $20.
$20. Are you doing a good business today?
Hey, that's not me, is it?
¿En cuánto están son $20?
It's, we're on working and, you know, we need to make a little money, you know.
He's hustling, man. Yep, that's smart.
Grifting,
You gotta fish
dude.
where the fish are.
That was smart, dude. The guys, those Mexican dudes are grifting. I love it. I'm a Mexican grifter. That's what I am. I'm Mexican. 25%. I'm Latino, I should say, but 25% Latino. I'm so sexy. Let's see. Michael Donaldson says, have to get back to work later, Garza. Hey, thanks for checking. Hey, I can't speak for shit today, but thanks for checking out the show, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right, boys, let's keep watching. It's getting pretty gay in here. It's getting gay in here. Let's see what other clips Asmund Gould has been putting up, because I got to admit, he's been actively watching this shit, and I'm loving it. Oh my God, Hassan. I hate this guy.
He's out there. He's out there
Hassan
talking about
Piker's
me.
such
Hopefully
a
one day
loser.
we'll see the largest political commentator, Asmongold, out here in the streets, you know, for protesting, for, I don't know, making... Okay, sure. I'll go with the National Guard to arrest everybody who's standing in the highway. Yeah, I think that sounds great.
By the way, before some people spaz out, this is literally what the mayor said.
That's not peaceful, what was happening. It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks. That's not peaceful.
And now this genius is also calling out Bernie Sanders after he said these protests were counterproductive.
But they're putting themselves in harm's way and potentially setting themselves up for a criminal future. I talked to the DA just a couple of minutes ago. The DA will file felony charges on individuals, and also the potential for federal charges.
I can't get the fucking dumbass take that Asmongold had out of my mind. It was the stupidest. Oh God, bro, it's always about me. Which one? Being like, oh, if you ever see protests where there's other countries' flags being...
Asmund Gould lives rent-free in Hassan Piker's head. It may also be vice versa, though. I really enjoy watching. I'm not going to lie, I'm enjoying these videos. These LA riots are proof positive why I'm very happy I voted for Donald Trump. Seriously. Because it just proves that if we would have voted for Democrats, we would have had the spoiled brat children running the show. We don't want that. Hell no. Hell no. So I'm more than satisfied to see Donald Trump doing what he's doing. So let's keep on rolling, baby.
If you know you're in America, it's like, yeah, dumbass, it's a diverse country. If it's a diverse country, wouldn't you expect to see more American flags, though? Because, like, I mean, to be fair, at least there's one of them right there. Also, I've got not much to feel proud about right here. This endless police militarization. You wouldn't need the militarization. You didn't have people throwing rocks at them. You have to remember bricks of peace, gentlemen. This is protesting. Guys, they're just protesting. Guys, it's a protest. You have to understand. Listen,
God, I love this shit.
This is their freedom of speech.
It is straight up anarchy, though. It really is. This is wild to me. Well, let's take a look at riots. LA riots. I did not expect this to be a thing. I really didn't expect this to be a big thing. Like, I thought this was maybe like was just a little. When I first heard about these LA riots going on, I thought, oh, they're protesting, they're angry about something Donald Trump probably did. And I found out it was about ICE, and I was like, oh shit, they're gonna go full libtard on everybody. So we're gonna see this. Protester shot in the head with a rubber bullet.
You can't give that. You can't call an ambulance.
There's no ambulance to be had.
Right there.
You guys created.
Right there.
What happened?
There's an ambulance.
Emergency response.
You shot her in the head. You can't. And they want to.
Oh, that looks pretty rough, man. I wonder what the comments say, though.
Leave her here.
Hey, be a good citizen and take her to
Yo, you should. Don't you supposed to be here to protect and serve?
Tesla, take me. Tesla, take.
Definitely not a fan of the fact that they shot her in the head. That's a little crazy. But at least they're using rubber bullets. I'll give them that. I gotta give them props on that end. But let's take a look at those LA riots here.
Our skin. My skin. And his skin. My skin.
America, not just here. He's testing the boundaries by nationalizing the federal guard. Heck, his own great...
What do you make of the fact that he says, you want a civil war on the streets of America?
No, that's just the opposite. I don't want a civil war. A civil war would happen if you left it to people like him. And I liked him. You know, I always got along with him. We never had a problem with him. But he's grossly incompetent.
He is.
Well, we appreciate Peter Doocy clearly watching our interview from last night. So there is a response from President Trump to our interview here on Fox 11. And it's interesting, the fact that the two of them have gotten along.
This is interesting, man. But yeah, Trump is right. Newsom is hilariously incompetent. Just the same way that Kamala was incompetent when she was responsible for the border. They called her the border czar. Compilation, by the way, of this.
Pretty well behind the scenes for many years. They got along well on COVID relief. They got along well on the fire recovery here in Southern California this year. Both of them complimenting each other. The governor saying that the president was instrumental in the Army Corps of Engineers being ahead of schedule. And so you see this conflict. But the fact that the president said, I always liked him, may give you an indication that some of this is a little performative from both of them, and that actually would...
So you're saying that Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom are both doing some sexy things? That's the kind of hentai that I want. I want some Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom hentai. That's what I want. Can't make that happen, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Okay, so let's stop reacting to shit. We've reacted to enough things. Let's talk about the issue at hand here. Are the LA riots just another Diddy freak-off? We got 2 votes, by the way. One, yes, without a doubt. The other is no, just looters and rioters. So we got a 50-50 split right now. This is exciting, you guys. Exciting. I'm just another e-girl. Well, it's been an interesting ride, to say the least. Cheers to LA burning, I guess. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Well, I guess we'll keep on checking out what's going on here. But yeah, these riots are... I guess the question is, when will they stop? It's the summer of love, baby. George Floyd 2020 all over again. The summer of love, man. So let's watch this video.
On California specifically, the president told reporters earlier that if he were you, he would have the governor of California arrested. Can you just clarify where that stands and if that is something that you personally are advocating for?
No, like I did an interview yesterday with an NBC reporter here's the conversation was, as you and I talked about many times, you can protest if you want, you have that First Amendment right, but when you cross the line of putting your hands on an ICE officer, impeding our enforcement operations, knowingly harboring, concealing illegal alien, that's a crime. And I said last night, if they can protest all they want, when they cross that line, we're going to seek prosecution. And last count, we had just about 50 protesters been arrested, criminally being prosecuted for violating the law. And when I reporter asked me, would that include politicians like Mayor Bass or Governor Newsom, I said, well, of course. It includes anybody that commits a crime.
But Governor Newsom has not done anything to warrant an arrest in your view right now, correct?
Not at this time, absolutely not.
On California specifically, the president told reporters earlier that if he were...
Interesting. I love how some people are comparing this to January 6th. Not even close. There's literally just riots in the street, vandalism galore. You can't even compare. Totally two different things, by the way. Two different things. These people are destroying businesses, destroying cars. They're just destroying everything. That's why I don't vote Democrat.
On California specifically, the president told reporters...
And it's one of the reasons, I mean, Democrats lost me, man. When I was younger, like I said, really young, like 18, 19, 20, I voted Democrat, sure. But when I was like 22, 23, boom. I changed my mind. Trying to see what other LA riot stuff I could find here. Let's take a look. It doesn't appear to be a lot of new... Marines will be deployed to LA to respond. Okay, we already know about that. Yep, just another summer of love is what this is. Go frickin' figure, man. Good. This is needed.
The governor of California says that President Trump is deploying another 2,000 National Guard here to the city of Los Angeles. That would come on top of 2,000 already deployed, 300 of whom at least are already here. Some of those are actually right there behind where I'm standing here outside the federal building here with those California National Guard. As you can see the music, you can see the crowd has been building here. Maybe.
I mean, if you're on the side of the rioters, then all right, you know, do your thing. It's misguided, but it's like, I don't know. I just see these guys, these people as just spoiled brats. Never been told no in their life. You know, it's simple as that. Kind of get told a little bit, but
Another 100 or 200 people here, just as we've been speaking in these past few moments. End of the day, work is out. We are now getting near around 5 o'clock. Congressman Adam Kinzinger joins us now, obviously former congressman, also retired lieutenant colonel with the Air National Guard, and John Miller, our chief law enforcement analyst, both with us. Congressman, may I just start with you because of this breaking news? When, you know, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of understanding exactly what numbers Governor Newsom is putting out there, whether he's now talking about possibly 4,000 National Guard coming here to L.A. or not. That number would vastly exceed any number of protesters that we've seen. Some of the National Guard here already are standing behind where we are. As someone who served in the Air National Guard, how troubled are you by the use of the National Guard right now?
Look, this is very troubling because, look, what you're looking...
Why is this troubling? Why is this troubling? Is it troubling that Donald Trump is doing it? Or is it troubling that it had to get to this point? That's the question. And what's troubling is it had to get to this point. That the people of LA are insane and violent. And they're all looters and rioters, basically. This person said this protest is more peaceful than January 6th. Bullshit. Bullshit. And the replies to this are fantastic. This person says, I don't recall there being fires and foreign flags waved on J6. And then this person says, bro is so delusional, he can't separate facts from imagination. This is insane, dude. Me when I lie on the internet. This is... The only thing similar to January 6th is the chief of police telling his men to stand down like Aunt Nancy did. Nah, just an attack on ICE. Honestly, this is insanity to me. Because if you compare this to January 6th, you're an idiot. Yeah, this is a riot. If you guys don't see this as a riot, I'm shocked.
They have California National Guard shields, but you are not looking at California National Guard troops. You are looking at U.S. Army troops. They were activated by the President of the United States under Title 10. They are no longer National Guard. They're no different than the 82nd Airborne. They have no law enforcement capability legally. That's why they're stuck guarding federal buildings. Same with the Marines, and same with the 2,000 additional activated troops. That's now U.S. Army. There are 4,000 potentially U.S. Army troops. They're not National Guard. That's an important distinction unless the Insurrection Act is invoked or unless Gavin Newsom himself...
By the way, I firmly believe that CNN is fake news, but I got to get any footage I can of this shit. I'm kind of curious to see what CNN's bullshit perspective is.
Concedes to their activation. If I was the governor of California right now, I'd be activating the rest of my National Guard and challenge Trump to federalize that, because listen, there is no militia as guaranteed by the Second Amendment if in fact the president can come in and overtake the governor's authority with the militia.
John Miller, what is the latest that you are...
Here's the thing. I say let California burn. Let these morons destroy their own city. Let them. Let it happen. Fuck LA. This is liberal town. All they ever do is burn things and say they're living in a utopia. They always say they're trying to build this utopia, but honestly, they don't. All they do is burn shit down. They don't create anything. It's just terrible. Terrible. So what do you guys think this is? Just another Diddy freak off, you know? I think it's another Diddy freak off. Yeah. Let's keep watching, I guess. See what happens.
From your sources about what may unfold on the ground tonight. We know that what happens tonight is obviously crucial for where this goes.
Well, I mean, what they're focused on is gathering the resources. You know, the LAPD, which is a city of 3.5 million people, it's a third larger geographically than even New York City, but it's only 8,000 cops, which is smaller than Chicago, smaller than New York.
8,000 cops? You only have 8,000 cops for... I mean, I thought the police departments in LA, there'd be more. There'd be more cops than that. That's insane. No wonder there's so much crime in LA. They defund the police. They don't have any police officers, man. Like I said, it's all just another excuse to riot and vandalize and loot from stores. That's all it is. I don't believe any of these people are standing up for shit. They're all just a bunch of lazy bastards. And yeah, I'm lazy. But I'm not out there vandalizing. Discreet individual says crypto's been killing it. Yeah, and I've been betting against the shit out of it. Hey, let crypto go up, man. Let Bitcoin go up, because you know what I'm going to do? I play the volatility game. I bet against it hard, boys. I'm always betting against crypto, man. Oh, shit. I think I was able to get... What was my last successful buy? Okay, one of my last successful buys was 664. 663. I couldn't get down to that amount. Damn it. Yeah, I was definitely buying a lot of these at very low prices. It was pretty nice. Hell yeah. Winning. But yeah, it's depressing to watch these videos, but, you know, honestly, it makes for good content, and this is my entertainment for the day, is watching leftist morons freaking ruin each other, ruin their city. I say let them. They're just vandalizing shit. So the question is, what should I invest in? You know? With all the vandalism happening, what would be a good investment opportunity, you guys? Discreet individual says, I know, that's why I said it. I do the opposite, right? Yep. Yeah, you gotta, man. You gotta bet against Bitcoin, and I'm glad you do as well. The thing is, man, Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, and if it goes up rapidly, that is my favorite time to bet against it, because I'm not gonna lie, I make a killing betting against Bitcoin whenever it goes up on heavy bull runs like this, because at the end of the day, it is a bubble. It's a bubble because there's nothing that backs it. No gold, nothing. It doesn't produce anything. It's just a string of data from a decentralized piece of software. And yeah, I like the whole public ledger thing. I love the whole proof of work shit. But at the end of the day, all you own is a string of data in a cryptographic wallet. Cool, I guess. I mean, I love the whole cryptography aspect of it. It's very fascinating. But at the end of the day, it's still bullshit. It's still dumb. And I just can't really, get on board with it. But look at all these REITs, by the way. REITs in my sheets. Do you think ChatGPT will be willing to talk to me about the LA riots? Do you think ChatGPT loves me? Let's see here. How do I talk to ChatGPT? How do I talk to ChatGPT? I guess I could, I could always just talk to ChatGPT on this shit on my phone. Give me 1 second, folks. Oh. But yeah, betting against Bitcoin, man, it's fun. I really enjoy it. Hey, ChatGPT. What up?
Hey there, not much. Just here to help out. What's new with you? Anything fun or interesting on your mind today?
Oh, I don't want you to help me out. I want you to discuss some shit with me.
Absolutely. I'm down for a good chat. What's on your mind? Anything specific you want to dive into, or just looking to shoot the breeze?
Well, I want to talk about the Los Angeles riots that are happening currently. Have you been keeping up to date with these riots and all the looting that's been going on?
Yeah, I've been following the situation. The unrest in LA seems pretty intense, especially with the federal immigration raids and the National Guard being deployed. It's definitely stirred up a lot of tension between the federal and state authorities. How do you feel about what's going on?
I think a lot of the rioters are pussies. And they're children that have never been told no in their lives. And honestly, I support Trump on this one.
It's definitely a heated situation with a lot.
Go on.
Yeah, it's a pretty complicated situation, and emotions are definitely running high. It's interesting to see how these events can have such a ripple effect, not just locally, but even in the financial markets and real estate sectors. What are your thoughts on how this might impact things in the long run?
I mean, look, are we at the point of like a civil war? I wonder. Do I find it as an investment opportunity? Sure. There's probably a lot of REITs that I could purchase. A lot of, I don't know, probably a lot of good stocks out there that I could invest in to take advantage of the situation.
I hear ya. Times of unrest can create unique investment opportunities, especially in sectors that might benefit from rebuilding or changes in property values. Real estate investment trusts related to infrastructure or even certain construction companies might see some action as things settle. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, though, because while there might be financial opportunities, it's rooted in some pretty heavy societal issues. But yeah, from an investor's perspective, there's always a way to navigate it.
Yeah, I kind of have a screw LA mentality. I mean, LA is full of delusional morons. I've met a lot of people from LA. Okay, maybe not as many, but some. And a lot of them are usually like failed actors and shit like that. And it's just delusion. I mean, look, it's good to try, but I think that a lot of them, they tried once and then they kind of just stopped. You got to keep trying. That's what I've learned. Repetition, but also figure out, adapt, figure shit out. But anyway, I don't know. This is rioting. I saw all the videos where people are looting. It's just an excuse to steal. It's just an excuse to smash shit. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating to see situations where people take advantage of chaos just to cause destruction or loot. It can overshadow the real issues and the legitimate grievances that people are trying to address.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a tough situation.
This is the left, though, man. Leftists are I mean, look at any stat, man. Most leftists are authoritarian in nature. They love to control other people. So it makes perfect sense that leftists would vandalize this way.
I get where you're coming from. It's easy to feel like certain political groups have a tendency towards certain behaviors, but in reality, people from all sides of the political spectrum can act out during times of unrest. It's more about the circumstances and individual choices than a single political ideology. At the end of the day, it's a complex issue, and everyone has their own perspective on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating thing, man.
It really is. It's like watching history unfold in real time, even if it's messy and complicated. It's always interesting to see how people and systems respond to these big societal shifts.
I don't think it's that. Hold on. I don't think it's that complicated. It's messy, but I don't think it's that complicated. I think this is a bunch of people that don't understand the law. They keep saying undocumented immigrants when they should be saying illegal immigrants. That's the proper verbiage, by the way. And yeah, they're just a bunch of spoiled brat babies, and I have no sympathy for them. I hope they burn. I honestly wouldn't really care if they burned LA down, if I'm going to be quite honest. I don't even care if that's heartless. They deserve to burn down their own city if they really want to, because they're idiots.
I get that you have strong feelings about the situation. It's definitely a polarizing topic, and people have a lot of different perspectives on it. It's important to have open conversations about these issues, even if we don't always agree. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
I'm the man.
You're definitely bringing some strong opinions to the table. It's always interesting to hear different viewpoints. If there's anything else on your mind, or if you want to dive into another topic, I'm here for it.
But yeah, I think I'm burnt out from all the LA riots, man. If they do a night 4 of this shit, it's like, God, if it keeps going, man, I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
I hear ya. It can be exhausting to keep up with all the chaos and uncertainty. Sometimes you just need a break from all the heavy news. Maybe switching gears to something a bit lighter or more positive might help recharge. If you ever want to chat about something different or need a distraction, I'm here.
So, do you think that Los Angeles-based REITs might be a good investment? For instance, can you check the market data to see if they dropped today?
So far in 2025, some Los Angeles-based REITs have had a bit of a roller coaster. For example, Essex Property Trust saw a boost in demand for rental housing to local wildfires earlier this year. On the other hand, public storage faced some challenges because of pricing restrictions after the wildfires. If you're thinking about investing in LA-based REITs, it might be a good idea to keep an eye on how these events are impacting their performance. Do you want me to check any specific REITs or just keep an eye on the market trends?
I'm trying to keep my mussy fresh.
Gotta keep things fresh, right?
Do you
If
know
you
what?
ever need more info
Do you know what a mussy is?
Ah, gotcha. I think I misunderstood you there.
What's a mussy?
If you're talking about...
What is a mussy?
A mussy is a term I'm familiar with in any common context. Are you referring to something specific, or is it maybe a slang term? Let me know and I'll help out.
It's a man. It's a man. It's a man pussy.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. It's definitely a bit of a slang term, and I see where you're going with it now. You've got any other topic on your mind, or just want to keep the conversation going? I'm here for it.
I just want to talk about my mussy.
No worries. We can keep it light and casual. If there's anything else on your mind, or you just want to chat about random stuff, I'm all ears. What's next on your mind?
I don't know anymore.
That's totally fine. Sometimes it's nice to just let the conversation flow or even take a moment to chill. If anything else comes to mind or you just want to chat about something fun or interesting, I'm here.
Are you able to are you able to take over my show for me while I take a crap?
I can definitely hold down the fort and keep the conversation going. Just let me know what you'd like me to chat about or if there's anything specific you want me to cover while you're away. I've got you.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go take a fat dump. And I want you to talk about investing principles until I get back, okay?
Sure thing. Let's dive into some investing principles. One of the core ideas is diversification, spreading your investments across different assets to reduce risk. Then there's the concept of dollar cost averaging, where you invest a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions, to smooth out the effects of market volatility. And of course, there's the importance of doing your homework, researching the companies or funds you invest in to understand their fundamentals. We'll keep rolling with these ideas until you get back. Got it. Another key investing principle is having a long-term perspective. Markets can be volatile in the short term, but historically they've tended to grow over the long haul. Patience and consistency often pay off. Also consider your risk tolerance, how comfortable you are with the possibility of losing money in the short term for the potential of greater returns in the long term. And remember the importance of rebalancing your portfolio periodically to maintain your desired level of asset allocation. Let me know when you're back and we can switch gears or keep going. Absolutely. Another valuable investing principle is understanding the power of compound. When your investment earns returns and those returns start earning returns too, your wealth can grow exponentially over time. That's why starting early and being consistent can make a big difference. It's also crucial to keep emotions in check. Fear and greed can lead to impulsive decisions that might not align with your long-term goals. Staying disciplined and sticking to your investment plan is key. And of course, always keep learning and adapting your strategy as you go. Let me know when you're back, or if you want me to keep reeling with more tips.
Keep going, man.
You got it. Another important investing principle is understanding the difference between growth and value investing. Growth investing focuses on companies that are expected to grow at an above-average rate compared to others, while value investing looks for stocks that appear to be undervalued by the market. Both strategies have their merits, and a lot depends on your personal investment style and goals. Another key principle is to keep an eye on fees and expenses. High fees can eat into your returns over time, so it's important to be mindful of what you're paying for your investments. And of course, always have a clear investment goal in mind. Whether it's saving for retirement, buying a house, or funding education, having a goal helps shape your strategy and keeps you motivated. Just let me know when you're back or if you want more tips.
Keep going, man.
Absolutely. Let's keep the momentum going.
How about this? How about this? Let's change the topic.
Sure thing. We can switch gears to whenever you'd like. What's on your mind? Any specific topic you want to dive into or something new you'd like to discuss?
I want you to teach me and my entire audience how to become pros at Amazon Associates.
Absolutely. Let's dive into rastering Amazon Associates. It's a great way to earn through affiliate marketing. Here are some key steps to get started and become a pro. 1. Choose a niche. Focus on a specific topic or area that you're passionate about, and that has a good range of products on Amazon. This helps you target a specific audience and build credibility. 2. Build a platform. Whether it's a blog, YouTube channel, or social media presence, you'll need a place to share your affiliate links and content. Make sure your platform provides valuable content that attracts and engages your audience. 3. Create quality content. Write honest and detailed product reviews, how-to guides, or comparison articles. The more helpful and informative your content is, the more likely people will trust your recommendations and use your links. SEO optimization. Use keywords effectively to improve your search engine ranking. This will help more people find your content and increase your chances of commissions. Disclose affiliation. Always be transparent with your audience about your affiliate relationships. It builds trust. It is also a requirement by Amazon. 6. Analyze and optimize.
All right, I'm done with ChatGPT. We're going back to normal here. You came back for good. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. And I just want you back for good. All right, I'm going to end this particular live.